When the outgoing CEO of BBC News, Deborah Turnus, returned to work here at Broadcasting House in central London, she was greeted by a media pack who were demanding answers over claims that the BBC's flagship current affairs program, Panorama, deliberately edited a clip or a statement said by Donald Trump to make it appear as if the United States President explicitly incited rioters on January 6.
It has been the privilege of my career to serve as the CEO of BBC News and to work with our brilliant team of journalists. I stepped down over the weekend because the buck stops with me. But I'd like to make one thing very clear. BBC News is not institutionally biased. That's why it's the world's most trusted news provider.
Deborah Turnus and the BBC Director General have since resigned over the incident, and the BBC chair has apologised.
The BBC in those 3 years has produced hundreds and hundreds of hours of outstanding journalism on television, on audio, on online. We have, and we do a great job there, but inevitably we make mistakes.
But the mea culpa of sorts by senior BBC management hasn't been enough to placate the Commander-in-Chief, US President Donald Trump, saying the Panorama documentary must be retracted by November 14, otherwise he'll sue the BBC for $1 billion. The British public broadcaster is mostly funded by licence fees, which are paid for by UK households, and it's an institution here in the United Kingdom. But there are increasing concerns around its impartiality. This controversy was brought about after a review into that by a former BBC advisor, Michael Prescott. That review found, as well as that editing incident at Panorama, concerns around the BBC's coverage of the war in Gaza and trans issues. But amidst this criticism, the UK government says it still has faith in its public broadcaster, with Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer saying he doesn't believe the BBC is institutionally biased.